So the timeline that's being proposed, right, by Shams, New York Knicks star point guard Jalen Brunson is expected to miss at least 2 weeks after spraining his right ankle late in Thursday night's overtime loss to the Los Angeles Lakers. I have no confidence in the 2 weeks. And honestly, guys, as I grow, as the days go on and I'm doing more reading, I feel as less optimistic about these 2 weeks. Now, you guys know I do the injury stuff too. So I'm going to take you to an article by Harvard Health. Now, here's my problem with the whole injury reporting. And when we talk about timelines, right, which they don't really tell you the severity of the sprain. So if you say someone has an ankle sprain, that's a very broad statement. Like it's not detailed because you have 3 different grades of ankle sprains. And salute to everybody who's been rocking with me. Salute to all y'all, New York City, salute to y'all who've been rocking with me back in the Randall days. I think the Randall days was the first time I was doing like injury investigation, right? And I might talk about the shoulder. I'm talking about like 2 years ago when we was going up against Miami and Randall had the ankle issue. That's what I'm talking about, right? And so we talked about sprains. There's 3 different grades. You never get the grade. You never get the grade of what type of sprain these guys have, because when you know the grade, that tells you the real timeline. And let me show you something that's murky, right? So we know it's not grade 3, right? Because grade 3 is like, I think you get surgery with grade 3, right? This is very severe. This is a full tear rupture. That's different. He don't got that. Okay. Now you have grade 2 and grade 1. So grade 2 is a partial tear. I'm gonna go back to the article here. Do you see anywhere where they're talking about tears? Hold on, let me see, because I got a bunch of articles here. Let me see. Let me click S and Y. Let me see. Let's see if they're talking about tears. Look, we got X-rays is negative. See that? X-rays is negative. That's all they're giving you. They're not giving you his full health report. Let me see. Any more updates? No, I don't got no more updates. I had a post article. I don't know where it went. That's the article I wanted to go to. But either way, nonetheless, let me go back to Harvard. So here's my concern, right? We don't know if it's a grade 1 or grade 2 sprain. We don't know. We have no clue. Grade 2, partial tear, moderate pain, swelling, tenderness, right? Possible bruising, 3 to 6 weeks. 3 to 6 weeks. Do you see this? 3 to 6 weeks. Which one does Brunson have? We don't know. Grade 1, this is what we hope he has. Minimal stretching, no tearing. Mild pain, swelling, tenderness, usually no bruising, no joint instability, no difficult bearing weight. Does he have that? Does he have this? We don't know. They don't tell you the grade. Okay. Now notice it's kind of the same time span, because on the low end of a grade 2 is 3 to 6 weeks. Okay. On the high end of a grade 1 is 1 to 3 weeks. So if we get to 3 weeks with no Brunson, right? No timeline to return, it's safe to assume he has a grade 2. And they're trying to spare your heart. Okay. And we've seen this with, the shoulder with Randall last year. How many of you guys remember the shoulder with Randall last year? We've seen this with OG Anunoby last year. We've seen Mitchell Robinson. They said he was going to be back in December. This brother played the last day in February. So I'm concerned about Brunson, y'all. I'm concerned that he may be out longer within this range than this range. Hope I'm wrong. I mean, I'm not even saying anything to make a prediction. I'm not making no predictions. I'm just letting you guys know they ain't tell us which grade it was. Because if they tell me it's a grade 2, I'm thinking like 5-6 weeks. Even if though it's capped, I'm still giving them 5-6 weeks, which is major. That's a major loss, because now 5-6 weeks, I think, takes you into the playoffs, right? When was the Laker game? The Laker game was March 6th. So 5-6 weeks. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Yo, 5 weeks is playoffs. I don't know, y'all. I don't know, guys. What are you guys thinking in the chat? If Tibbs is forced to play the bench and try new lineups, I'm happy for Brunson injury. And you know what? That's the silver lining. And we kind of talked about that on Friday. Like, this will give guys the opportunity to play. My concern is Brunson coming back timeline. I think the team, if you want me to spend some time on a team, right? And you know what we'll do? We'll have some fun. Let me go to, just to show the schedule of what we got to come. Now, we already have 40 wins, so 10 more wins gets us to 50 games. I know you guys don't want to just win 50 games. I'm going to tell you the key right now for us to finish above 50 games, right? We got a Brooklyn game. Now, look, I'm going to tell you guys something. This Cleveland game on April 11th, Cleveland might not even play their guys. Like, this game against Cleveland on the 11th might be a winnable game. Because if Cleveland is like 68 wins, 67 wins, that's good enough to secure the first seed. They're probably not even going to play. You got Detroit, who is a first-round matchup. I think this game would be a possible first-round matchup. I think this game would be serious. And then this game on the 8th against Boston, Boston might not even put their guys out there. I'm going to keep it real with y'all. So these 4 games right here I just showed you are winnable games based off Cleveland and Boston not putting their best feet forward. The Suns is food. I mean, that team is not going to be the same next year. Atlanta could be tough because they might be trying to compete for a playing spot. Cleveland, once again, they might be taking their foot off the gas. So the 2 Cleveland games are late in April, or in April, not late in April. So those games might not mean too much to Cleveland because it's the final stretch of games. And typically teams with a big lead, they don't put their stars out there like that, right? Not that we have to bank on that to get a win, but a lot of these games, Philadelphia, Portland again, these are games that are winnable games, especially if we're trying to lock in a playoff spot ourselves. I think the whole 50 wins thing, definitely 50 wins, let's look at that as a floor. I think that if we see it as a floor, winning these games will get us there, right? Milwaukee's a team that this is going to be a tough game. I'm not going to lie to you. Let's say we lose this game. Clippers game is another tough game, though we owe them. Dallas is food. Washington is food. Charlotte is food. We got some food game. Now, San Antonio is interesting because they got Fox, and they might come out with some pride. San Antonio might be a tough game. Miami's definitely going to be a tough game. So we can get 10-plus wins throughout this stretch, right? I just wanted to show you guys the stretch, what it means to come.